Hello everyone, pleasant good evening to all of you. We welcome you all for this cluster of sure questions part 2. So first of all, a big thanks to all of you for supporting us because it's for the first time we have been crossing almost 1000 views in 24 hours for each of our videos. Just few good news coming up for you all again post Diwali, few more gifts in. So I'll be creating a playlist now. That playlist will be separately available, which would be exclusive only for cluster of sure questions. So one video was of yesterday where we posted cluster of sure questions part 1, and henceforth everything would be added in the playlist, becomes easy for you to go through it. Just a quick revision of what we did. I won't go into the topics, I'll just briefly run through the slides, and then further we go to our cluster of sure questions part 2. For those who have not seen the video of cluster of sure questions part 1, the link is in the description. You can just click on the description of this particular video and you can go through the earlier video as well. For those who wish to go through our videos on every day as we have promised in, you can just click on the subscribe button along with the bell icon so that you get a notification every time a video is being posted. Also, we are running a free WhatsApp group where we daily post 5 questions, and if you wish to add into that particular group, you can contact us under the given contact number. We do share job openings, we do share other important details for different entrance exams. So feel free to contact us if you are interested to join in for the same. Going further, I would straight away move to our today's topic with regards to everything we discussed last time, our toppers of All India Rank 01, the pattern of Diwali test series. We did markers in the cluster first video, we did common names which have been asked multiple times. Also, we did application of different tests. We also finished serological test from the next point where we need to continue. Now, talking about stereoisomers and diagnostic agents. With regards to stereoisomers and diagnostic agents, one of the major problem is we come across all the stereoisomers in different chapters. It's not that we find all of them in one chapter. So chapter to chapter it varies, and there is the place where we get confused. So what we had done at PHARMAELITE is we have accumulated all those stereoisomers, all those drugs which have some specific isomer which is more active. So in this entire video, we'll be talking a bit more in detail about different stereoisomers. Further, we'll talk about diagnostic agent for different tests. And lastly, we'll talk about adverse drug reaction. Yes, this cluster of sure questions part 2 is somewhere focusing more on pharmacology aspect of it. Starting with the first drug, morphine. Morphine is available in different isomers, levoisomer, dextroisomer. It has got a different nomenclature with regards to its comparison with codeine and heroin. If you remember acetyl metabolites and all, let's not get into those. Focusing over here with regards to morphine, it's the levoisomer of morphine which has the analgesic activity and not the dextroisomer. So be careful on that particular point. On the other side, from morphine, when you go to codeine, which is just a acetyl derivative of morphine only, its dextroisomer is a cuff suppressant. So I hope we all remember something what we did in our school days: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I mean A to Z. After C, next what comes is D. So for codeine and dextromorphan, it is D isomer, which is a cuff suppressant. That's how you can relate it up. At the same time, in school we also did A to Z entirely, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, L, M, N, O. So after L, it was M. So your M is morphine, your L says levoisomer. So that's how you can make it easy for you. If the mnemonics help, great. If you want to make any other ways around, even that's welcome. You can go ahead with that manner. Going further, talking about the drug propoxyphene. Now, this drug propoxyphene has got two stereoisomers. There are two stereoisomers in propoxyphene. One is 1R2S as the stereoisomer. Another isomer is 1S2R. So there are two different isomers which are involved in this particular drug. With regards to propoxyphene, when it comes to its antitussive activity, the antitussive activity of propoxyphene is due to its 1R2S enantiomer. 1R2S is responsible for its antitussive activity. On the other side, when you talk about its analgesic activity, it is basically with regards to 1S and 2R as the isomer. You can have a short form which says SAR, structure activity relationship, what we used to do in farm chem, where your S stands for 1S, your A stands for analgesic activity, and your R stands for 2R. That's how you can make it easy for you. 1S, A for analgesic, 2R for R. SAR. And when it comes to RST, again the same thing, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So if you continue in that manner, it's RSTUV. So it's 1R, 2S, and again antitussive activity giving you T. Going to the next drug, which is liverphenol. With regards to liverphenol, it starts with L. Its levoisomer is the one which is analgesic activity. I know it's focusing a lot on opioids because those are the one which are majorly analgesics in. That's what we have taken up in the initial go. Going further, you have hyoscyamin, whose levoisomer is 15 to 20 times more midratic activity compared to its dextroisomer. Same way for hyoscine also, the levoisomer has to 18 times more activity. With regards to MAP, what do I mean by MAP? MAP, metoprolol for M, A for atenolol, P for propranolol. So that's what I meant by the word MAP. With regards to MAP, it's the levoisomer. It's the levoisomer of MAP, which is a potent beta blocker. So when you might have done your ANS chapter where you might have read alpha blockers, beta blockers, ideally you should have had this list over there only that metoprolol, atenolol, and propranolol are potent beta blockers. That's how you can make it easy for you to memorize things. Lastly, coming to amlodipine, omeprazole, pantoprazole, and your salbutamol. For all these drugs also, it is the S isomer, it's the levoisomer which is more potent. What you can do at the end of our entire discussion is you can make two columns. One column which will be focusing exclusively upon levoisomer. We can have drugs which are levoisomer active. List all those drugs over here. Other list you can have of all drugs whose dextroisomer is more active. Make third column which is going to mention that okay, it has a levoisomer, it has a dextroisomer, but which isomer is more active? Like in case of hyoscyamin and hyoscine, it's the levoisomer which is more active. Try and make it in a smarter way, make it easy for you, do it in a comparative manner so that you don't find problems in those individual cases. Going ahead, talking about other drugs, again it's your epinephrine whose levoisomer is 10 times more potent. But on the other side, if you go to your epinephrine, epinephrine's R levoisomer is 20 to 15 times more vasoconstrictor compared to epinephrine. So here starts the difference. It's the R isomer of it, which is 12 to 15 times more active. With regards to alpha methyl dopa, it's again levoisomer, which is more potent. Further, all the drugs, ascorbic acid, biotin, lysergic acid, your quinidine, and dobutamine, they all have dextroisomer, which is more active. You can convert it into two columns as we discussed in the previous slide. Most importantly, never forget quinidine. When it is quinine, quinine is having anti-malarial activity, but its stereoisomer, which is quinidine, dextroisomer of quinine basically. This dextroisomer has got anti-arrhythmic activity. This dextroisomer has got anti-arrhythmic activity. That was with regards to different stereoisomers. Most importantly, going further, we also find few drugs whose specific isomers are more active. I mean the cis isomer or the trans isomer. You can observe over here the E, which is the trans isomer, is more active in case of few drugs. On the other side, there are few drugs for which Z, cis isomer, is more active. So you remember TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. Here T stands for thioxanthine, C stands for chlorprothoxin, and your S stands for Solendac, TCS. Here there is a C involved, which means that its cis isomer is more active. So remember these three drugs, it's their cis isomer, the Z isomer, which is more active. When it comes to E isomer or the trans isomer, in that particular case, you have got a list of drugs which are more active. So trying to make that particular list easy as well. So you have the short form over here, which is AND. Now, what does this AND stand for and how it is being correlated? So it is TAT and square. Here T stands for terbinafine and tamoxifen to start with the first T. So I mean it's T square indirectly. Then you have your A, which is activastin. Then you have your T, which is triprolidine. Lastly, further going, you have again a A, which is for amitriptyline. N is for non-triptyline, and the last one, which is D square, is standing for doxepin and diethylstilbestrol. I hope it makes it easy. TAT square, TAT and square. T first T, tamoxifen and triprolidine. A for activastin, T for terbinafine, A for amitriptyline, N for non-triptyline, D for doxepin and diethylstilbestrol. So that's how you can make it easy for you to understand. While studying, try and make some separate notes which will make it easy for you to read it. You can make it in this similar way, or you can add drugs to this existing list. That's how you can go ahead further as well. Talking about few diagnostic agents which are involved for different drugs. So as we said, there are different diagnostic agents which will use different techniques to identify different organs functioning. Now, with regards to GPAT, no one is going to ask you the entire procedure of that particular technique or which organ is it going to analyze. So what is more important for us is majorly the first two columns, which is the diagnostic agent used for specific organ examination. So if it is iopenic acid, for iopenic acid you have organs which are examined like gallbladder and biliary tract. So big big bazaar wala big, something big, where B stands for biliary tract, I stands for iopenic acid, and G stands for gallbladder. Big. You analyze the organ with the help of cholecystography. Then you have sodium diatrioside, which is used to analyze urinary tract, which is with the help of technique urography. Further, you have O-phenaldate and metrizamide, which is majorly for spinal cord. Further, you have propylidone, which is for bronchial tract. Iodized oil, which is for your uterine tube. Lastly, sodium iothalmate, which is for arteries and urinary tract. So yes, you need to bind these diagnostic agents with the organs they are going to be used to analyze in. So you have the spelling of sum, SOME wala sum. In that SOME wala sum, forget the E. S is standing for spinal cord, O is standing for O-phenaldate, M is standing for metrizamide. So spinal cord, O-phenaldate, metrizamide. Same way for propylidine and bronchial tract, it's rather more easy. Iodized oil with uterine tube is again easy, and your sodium iothalmate for arteries and urinary tract. Going further, most important one out of this particular slide, don't miss any out of this. Each and every part of it is important. You have inulin, which is for glomerular filtration rate. You have hydrophonium chloride, which is a diagnostic agent with tensilon test for myasthenia gravis. You have mannitol and aminohippuric acid, which is to check renal plasma flow and tubular functional capacity. So somewhere this is a part of your biopharmaceutics SEM 8, which you might not get time to read. Somewhere for some universities it is for SEM 7 and SEM 6. It's variable, but yes, we all need to do it before GPAT so that we get ready for exams equally. You have your tolazonin and pentolamine, which is for cell tumor, pheochromocytoma. You have your histamine, pentagrastin, and xylose, which is for proper functioning of stomach and intestinal tract. Going further, you have metirapone, which is for functioning of hypothalamo-pituitary. Your betazole, which is for diagnosis of achlorhydria, HCl. I hope you remember. Evans blue, we did on our first slide, blood plasma volume, if you remember. It's the first part of your cluster of short questions part 1 video. The link is in the description box. You can also go through our rankers feedback and all. On the top, you might be observing AIR01 being topping up. Click on that, you will get the feedback. You can click on that and go through our channel as well. You have fluorescein, which is for ophthalmology for corneal lesions. Lastly, again another three important. Congo red is a dye which is used to check for amyloidal disease. Then you have sodium sulfobromethylene, which is for liver, hepatobiliary function, and lastly your phenol sulfonaphthalene along with indigo teen disulfonate sodium, which is indigo carmine, is used for renal function. That's all for this particular video. Yes, we have further more things coming up. Stay tuned. Get in touch with us if you wish to join us for live webinar lectures, online test series, or such quick notes, and we'll be there to help you all in. Share it with your friends, share the video so that other GPAT aspirants can also get it through. And thanks for your appreciation on the comment box of the previous video. It keeps us going because at the end of the day, it's appreciation which matters the most. Thanks a lot for your support. All the best. Stay home, stay safe, keep going through such short topics. Ensure you read at least one of them on daily basis. You can follow us on our Instagram page. You can go on our website. Our rankers list is on our Instagram page. We have also started with placements. You can go onto our LinkedIn page. And yes, of course, the channel which is right in front of you now. Get in touch with PHARMAELITE. Let us write your success story together towards All India Rank 01. Thank you so much. Take care.